When I travel, I love speaking with the locals to better understand the history of the region and how people live. As we kept exploring the mountainous valley of Cappadocia, we heard about Derinkuyu, the largest ancient underground city in Turkey. It was built in 7th century BC and was heavily used as protection from Muslim Arabs during the Arab-Byzantine Wars. At its peak, the city extended to a depth of 60 meters and was large enough to have sheltered as many as 20,000 people together with their livestock and food. When we found out about this place, we just absolutely had to go. I hope you enjoy this video.
So because the weather is bad, we decided to go and explore an underground city. So we're gonna take a bus because who needs a taxi? That's just boring. So yeah, let's go explore an ancient underground city. Alright, so bus number 1. That was a better bus than expected. It was nice. And now bus number 2. Welcome to Nevşehir. So, our bus finally arrived, and what surprised me the most is that here in Turkey, buses actually come on time. Like, if it said that it's going to be here at 9, it's going to be here at 9. So, let's go to the big underground city, huh? The underground city. That way. There's so little tourists out here right now that the moment we walk by some kind of store, just people run out and they're like, oh yeah, yes, take this, try this. Damn, this pandemic has been really hard on the tourism industry. I mean, like, it's especially in countries like this, like Turkey, that really relies on tourists and that bring money and spend it here. Yeah, it's quite upsetting actually to see how people really don't have work and are struggling. Alright, so all these tunnels go down 55 meters. That is incredible, like how you could build all of this by hand. And yeah, all of these like little rooms are, one is a dining hall, then there's a winery. This is a whole city underground, and people used to live here. Wow. See, this used to be like a drinking area. They used to have a tap here. Here's the drain, and more hundreds and potentially thousands of rooms all around, and little tunnels like this. And because of my height, I have to literally bend almost in half to be able to fit through here. We could just go on for hours in here, and we could easily get lost. So when we entered, the security guard said that we should really get a guide because, I mean, it's a maze. You could get lost so easily, and there are some signs, but not everywhere. So let's see if we can make it out alive.
Follow me, let's go.
And I literally have to walk like this. Fit through these narrow tunnels.
You see how it's small, and you see. Okay, I have a big coat today, but anyway, the door is really small. Oh my god, that's really hard even for me.
These are so narrow. I basically have to slap squat to be able to fit through. Like, and yeah, imagine how people would. There would be a whole population here. They have to go all around all these different exits. Yeah, this must be really hard. And the lower we go, the colder it gets. We're probably about 15, 20 meters down only. Look how narrow it is. If I fully stand up, my shoulders literally touch the sides of the rock. So I literally have to walk like this to be able to fit through. See, there's one path there, and even further down. Like,
Okay,
you get
boys.
lost here so easily. And of course we choose the path that goes even further down because we're adventurous. The deeper we go, the more narrow the pathways are becoming, and the colder it gets. If you can see, you can even see my breath. It's probably, we're approaching negative temperatures over here, and we just have to keep going. So these are the last lights that we see, and there it's just dark. So it's now phone light time, and yeah, it's getting even more and more narrow. Imagine building all this by hand. It still fascinates me. Some things are close to the public, like this one, and as we go lower, see they're building these bigger places where they could actually live. This feels like some sort of ant world where people are just ants and they work and they try to survive. And it is a bit creepy. People build all of these to protect themselves. So they start off with small tunnels so that they can close them off easily and stay in here and be safe from, from some weather problems or invaders. And here they have a whole city.
I saw this and I was scared. I'm afraid to go there. I don't want to go there first. I don't know.
Yeah, these are ancient graves, and then we have to go check them out.
Oh my god.
It might be scary, but we have to.
Yeah, that's too scary for me. You see, I'm a huge pink princess.
All right, time to explore the ancient graveyard. Here is how the graves used to look like. Keep thinking of how people used to, live here and breathe here. Like we've been here for maybe 40 minutes and it's already hard to breathe because all this air is so dense and moist. And yeah, finally found the exit and you can see some light, not these weird lights. Like once you imagine, try to understand, and I'm trying to wrap my head around it. Like, how could you live here without electricity? How'd you bring water down here? How do you bring food? Like there were some places down there where they used to have chickens. So there were these little shelves and they would have chickens there. And yeah, think about that. How hard life must have been here, and we had to do it. There was no choice. So yeah, time to leave the caves and keep exploring the city, because it's I find it much more interesting because it's not as staged as Gorme. So what can I tell you about this experience? Well, it definitely was something really cool and something unique. There are not that many places like this in the world, and I feel very happy that we actually went. But it just was very tiring. It was hard to breathe. It was very narrow, so it's really hard to climb all of these. And maybe we explored maybe about 10 or 15% of all the caves, because most of them are closed off. Because imagine if there are people, tourists going all around, they would get lost and simply die. So yeah, there's so much still to explore.